So, the release date for Deadpool and Wolverine is coming closer and closer. And, well, I drew Deadpool, but I didn't draw Wolverine, so it was kind of like an imbalanced scale. Like, how can you draw Deadpool, but not. The Wolverine claws just tear my screen? Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Christian's Creations. Now, it has been quite a while, and when I say a while, I actually mean a few months since I did a video, with an exception of just uploading a few shorts. Um, yeah, I've been very busy, and other than that, I actually just haven't been like I've been trying to motivate myself to get back into doing tutorials, but I just really haven't been feeling like it. But I'm gonna try to fix that. I'm gonna try to get back into the flow of uploading more. Yeah, you get the point. So today we're gonna be drawing something that I've been wanting to draw for quite a while now, and I've been trying to, find some reference pictures and stuff. Wolverine from the new and upcoming Deadpool and Wolverine movie because I drew Deadpool and it only felt right to draw Wolverine. So, yeah, without any more talking, let's just get right into it. And I hope you enjoy this tutorial.
So this drawing wasn't as difficult as some of my drawings usually are, because although the details were there were a lot of details on it, the details were big and more easy to follow. So it wasn't like a bunch of small tiny little details, which this greatly helped out the drawing, because after a while drawing all those small details can get very tiring, but it is what it is. So as you can see, what I'm doing is just sketching out a face, facial features, and at first it does not look like Wolverine. It just looks like a face, but it starts to look more like him as the drawing comes together. So what we're gonna do is just draw these small little details. I used a dime or a nickel, one of the two, to make the face a bit smaller so that I get more on the page. I've been trying to draw smaller lately, and I've actually been doing it. So I've been teaching myself to draw smaller, and this has helped me to get more on the page, because usually what I used to do was draw my drawing like my face is really big, and then I'd only be able to get but so much of the picture on the page. So this is good because this it's just better to be able to draw more. So it took practice, and I'm still teaching myself, but it's been working out. So here the hair is the way the picture is more like light. There are light and dark parts, and light is like shining through the hair, so it's like different shades to the hair. So not much is going to be done there in the very first part of this drawing, because this is just the part where we just sketch everything out. We don't take too much time on it, not too much detail, stuff like that. We're just sketching out where everything is, and then the next part is where we're going to darken things and put details on it. So here we're just sketching out this suit. I like the fact that they finally have the iconic Wolverine suit, although it's blue. I think it's cool that they finally did that, because usually he has like a black leather jacket or undershirt. So this was it was about time. And the good thing about the yellow predominant part of it is that there's not too much inside of the yellow, so this is a pretty easy draw, for me at least. I did mess up a little bit on the shoulder place because I made one like really long and then I made the other one really short. It's not that noticeable, but then it kind of is, so just try to make them like even, the shoulder plates, because you know, just small things like that. It's not too big a deal, but you know, you want it accurate so that it can look more like the picture. Unfortunately, sometimes I just make mess ups like that when I'm drawing these pictures. And here we're just moving right along. And inside of this belt, we're just gonna do a few lines and sketch out that, you know, just the belt. There are like these little holes inside of the suit, and just putting a dot for those right now. And just a shape right there. And then we're moving on to the rest of the body. Like I said, not taking much time on detail with this first part, because we don't want to take too long on it. This is just a rough draft. And another good thing about this suit is a lot of it is just lines. And as you can see, like I was saying, a lot of these, you know, the details inside of the suit is like big pieces, so we're just able to easily sketch that out. And that's a good thing. I hate when drawings take like just so long because there's so many little details, and then you gotta do it like 3 times over. First you gotta sketch it, then you gotta detail it, and then you gotta shade it. After a while it gets tiring, but you know, once in a while you get a lucky picture where it doesn't take too much. Not saying that this wasn't difficult or anything like that. Pretty much all of these pictures are, but just some are easier than others. And I'm grateful when I get a picture like that. And this is another example of when I said, you know, the picture is basically just a lot of lines. Because we see on the arm here, just a lot of lines connecting each other. And we're not making them too dark because they're just like imprints on the yellow pieces. And then we're just basically going to do the same thing for the other arm. So here we're just finishing that out. Just going to add these details. And another thing, reason why we don't do a lot of detailing and stuff on this first part is because the second part takes care of that, and then we have to shade it. So there are certain parts that are going to be like shaded out, like the gloves. When you're shading them in pencil, it's basically just going to be like different shades of black. So now we're erasing it, and we're moving on to step number 2, which is going over everything we just did, but now we're detailing it like the real picture. So like this is like if you didn't want to shade this part, this is like inside of a coloring book. You know, it's not shaded, it's just basically the lines and it's detailed. So that's what we're basically going here for. Only it was a little challenging. It will be a little challenging not to shade it because of the way the mustache looks, which is something, you know, if you didn't want to shade it, you just have to figure out which, you know. I just like to shade all my pictures, but as I always say, shading is not mandatory if you don't want to take that extra step. I just like to because it makes everything look better. Makes it look more realistic. And I'm not really good at drawing without shading. Pictures just don't come out all that great if I don't shade it, in my opinion. So here I have this sped up faster because this is just basically going over everything and just detailing it more, darkening it and all of that. So we don't need to take a long time on this. So we're just moving right along with these lines. And then next we have the shading part. So what I've been doing lately was I take the reference picture first, I draw it in color, do the first 2 steps that we just did. But when I shade it, I take the picture and I turn it to black and white, so that instead of trying to figure out what the shades are with the colors, I can draw it in the shade of black and white, since that's what it's basically going to come out with in the pencil. So that makes things much easier and much more accurate. If you're drawing from a reference photo, I would highly recommend you do that, because it's just going to make things easier. So basically we're just lightly going over the yellow parts, making them very light gray, and then we're doing different shades of black for the lighting on the gloves or gauntlets or whatever they are. And that gave it the perfect look as it is in the picture. And it's all about knowing the right shade, and again, turning it black and white, it just basically takes away trying to figure out the shades. So we're almost done here. The big details with the blue parts is basically very easy, and they're spread apart. So last thing to do is just shade in the details on the yellow, and then we're basically done. Here is the finished product.
Alright everyone, thank you so much for watching this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel, and I look forward to seeing you in my next video. Have a great day.